This afternoon we had the honor of having the youngest elected official in the state of Illinois with us. Jonathon Wallace from Rock Island, Illinois, was elected township trustee when he was a mere 18 years old. And he hasn't been scared away by his position. And he is here today speaking. He will be running for the 72nd state representative seat, willing to take on the challenges of the state of Illinois. And I'd like to welcome him at this time, Jonathon Wallace.
Thank you. It's good to be here. My name is Jonathon Wallace. I'm running for state representative. And I thought I'd touch something Brett Lockett said earlier. You mentioned Abraham Lincoln. And 99 years ago, a 22-year-old grocery clerk, skinny guy from Illinois, announced his candidacy for the Illinois General Assembly. And on September 29th, 2011, also a skinny guy from Illinois, but not quite Abraham Lincoln, I announced my candidacy for Illinois General Assembly. And I'll tell you a little bit about myself and then tell you where I stand on some issues, and I promise I won't take up the rest of the afternoon. When I was 18, I did run for township government and unseated a 20-year incumbent. And I think that what people found most appealing when I went door to door was not that I was young, or that I was a Republican, or that I was a young Republican, but that I was there at their doorstep asking to serve them. I was there asking to embody that immortal concept that we all hold sacred, that government is of the people, by the people, and for the people, is to be cherished. And Illinois is in rough shape. I don't think I have to tell this crowd how bad it is in Illinois. In every economic index, we're 48 out of 50, except in one recently, I think we're number one. I think it's number one most corrupt state in the union. Number third most corrupt state in the union. California and New Jersey must be beating us. But that being said, I think we need a new generation of leadership in this rain. I think we need a new generation of new people to cope with new problems and new opportunities. Because we've had the same people in there since before I was born. Michael Madigan's been in office since the Beatles were releasing records. And I think the policy environment, yes, the Beatles. I think the policy environment in Illinois is indicative and endemic of a culture of corruption that stems from having one party rule for too long, whether it's Republican or Democrat. Having one party with that much power too long is not good for democracy, and it hasn't been good for our state. In fact, if you consider these facts, our biggest exports are college graduates. Our credit rating, how much it costs us to borrow money, is hovering between Iraq and Iceland. Since that 67% income tax increase passed early last year in a lame duck session, co-sponsored by my general election opponent, Representative Pat Mercer, her former representative, we have lost 69,000 jobs and counting. And I don't know about you, even if you're not opposed to tax increases, 69,000 taxpayers, that's millions of dollars of revenue lost by the state in an attempt to gain revenue from the state. And it seems common sense to me. And that's why, when and if elected, I will go down there to repeal that tax increase. And just to set a contrast, I like to tell people when they ask me, like, who are you running against? And I mention Pat Mercer. And it's either one or two comments, like, Pat Mercer, good luck, kid, or, oh my God, you're young. And I say, exactly. Because what we need in a race like this, in this district that is 60%, 70 to 60% Democrat, 40 to 30% Republican, we need contrast. And if you can tell right now, you put up a picture of me next to Pat Mercer, who's been in there for over 10 years, you're going to get a stark contrast from a man whose policies have sent jobs fleeing our state. And we're more jobs leaving Illinois than to Indiana than India. And we got to put a stop to that, and that's what I intend to do. And I'll end right now on I'll tell you about one of the things that separates me from Pat Mercer is I signed a contract with the 72nd District. And in this contract, I made a few pledges, promises to the people of Illinois. And the first one is I will not vote for a tax increase. The second one is that I will institute a 25% pay cut and author legislation requiring other state representatives to do the same. This is not about a career. This is a part-time job, and this would bring down the pay of a state representative to a little above the median income of an Illinois family. And the third thing that I promise is that I would term limit myself to 8 years in office. If I can't get it done in 8 years, you can throw me out. And the last thing I did, I pledged to run a clean campaign avoiding personal attacks against my opponent. And I intend to hold that promise. And if you're out, I know many of you outside of the district, you are lucky with Representative Moffitt, but you can talk to your friends in Rock Island County and sign up on our campaign sheet. Take a bumper sticker and make that through the area. That'd be great. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you for your time.